I am the Community Relations Manager at HousingLink. We're one of the 3 organizations that are helping to deliver the Zero Balance Project on behalf of the 5 sponsors for the program. We are in particular promoting the program and also making sure that landlords have access to assistance to submit their applications. There's another group, a CLA, who's processing those applications and doing some additional assistance to renters and making sure every detail is correct. And then Family Housing Fund is keeping us all moving together. There are a few differences between RentHelpMN and the Zero Balance Project, and they're also very similar. So the people who are eligible for both of the programs are the same. There are some income limits, and people need to demonstrate that they have a COVID impact in order to apply. Both of the programs are open for applications at any time. RentHelpMN is led by the state, and it is available statewide. Both tenants and landlords can start applications there, and RentHelpMN can assist with utility payments if you owe utility payments directly to the utility company. The Zero Balance Project is available only in Dakota, Hennepin, and Ramsey counties. It also includes Minneapolis and St. Paul. But with the Zero Balance Project, applications are started by the landlord, who then invites renters to submit some additional information. With the Zero Balance Project, landlords provide some of the basic documentation, and so the application side for renters is a little bit quicker than it is with RentHelpMN. But the other thing that's really significant is the Zero Balance Project cannot help you with utility bills if you owe back payments to utility companies. We can only assist with utilities if they're included in the lease and paid directly to the landlord. There are 2 main parts of eligibility. The first one is income, and the second one is having some sort of impact from COVID. So for income, the limit is what we call 80% of area median income, but I want to give you some specific dollar numbers. So if you've got one person in the family, if they make around $56,000 a year or less, they would be eligible. If you have 5 people in your family, it's a bigger number. It's a little bit more than $86,000. And it varies with each number of people. So look up for the number of people in your house. Go to HousingLink.org/Zero Balance Project, or just Google Zero Balance Project to find exactly what the income limit is for each number of people in your household. The other piece that's also important is that there needs to be some sort of COVID impact, and that includes many different things. If you have reduced hours of income or had to leave your job because the environment was unsafe, those are COVID impacts. If you needed to purchase more food because your children weren't getting lunch at school anymore, that is an example of a COVID impact. So there's, again, a long list of what is a COVID impact on the HousingLink Zero Balance Project website page. So we worked hard to keep the application as simple as possible. There are 5 main things that landlords need. So the first one is a completed W-9, which is an IRS form that's very simple. If you don't have one on hand, there's a link to it on the HousingLink Zero Balance Project webpage and also in the application. You also need a full signed copy of the lease with the renter that you're inviting to participate. You need a copy of your property tax statement, and the main reason we want this is to document where your property is located, that it's in one of the counties that our program serves. Again, you can download this from the internet, and there are links on the HousingLink page for Zero Balance Project and also in the application itself. The 4th thing you need is details on what back rent the renter owes this is a rent ledger. And so we want to know what is the unpaid rent and the fees, and if the utilities are in the lease, how much those are by month. They can go back as far as March of 2020. And then finally, the renter's email address. This one is really important because the email address is how renters are invited to do their part on the application. So it's really important that you have the email address and that you type it in correctly, because if you don't, they won't be invited to apply, and we can't review the full application until the renter does their part too. Something that I really like about the Zero Balance Project application is that some of the things that are required, the landlord submits. So the lease, the landlord has already submitted that. The details on how much the renter owes, the landlord already submits that. That means that the renter's portion is shorter than in some other assistance programs. The most detailed thing that renters need is verification of income. And there are different options because we wanted to make sure that whatever renters have is what renters can submit. So one of those options would be if you filed a 2020 tax return, you can use the first 2 pages. Or if you didn't, if you're eligible for a program that serves people with low incomes, you can provide documentation dated after January of 2020 that shows you're eligible for that. So that would include something like SNAP or WIC or Section 8. There are many others as well. Now, if you don't have that, there's another option, which is you can document your income using pay stubs or other letters that show what income you receive. If you don't have any income, this is also the option you'd use, where you can download a certification of zero income form, and then you just sign that and say, I have zero income, and upload that, and that's what you need. So the first thing you need is to verify your income using one of those different options. You also do need to attest to or take an oath that a few other things are true. So one of those, and this is in the application, is you need to confirm that there's a COVID impact or that you have eligibility for unemployment insurance. So those are some click boxes, and then you can sign it in the online application. Another thing is that renters need to confirm the amount of unpaid rent and fees. So here you're reviewing what the landlord has already submitted and saying, yep, that's right, and clicking and signing that that's correct. And then the last thing that you need to do is to list any previous emergency rental assistance that you've received during the pandemic. So if you have received assistance before, you need to tell us how much you received and in what months. And if you haven't, then you just say, no, I haven't gotten any before, and you move on. The last page on the submit page of the application, you do have to say that you understand how the program works and you agree to those guidelines, and then you sign it and submit it. But all of those things, the confirming the COVID impact, confirming how much you owe, listing any previous assistance, and that you understand and agree to the rules of the program, those are all on the application, and it's clicking boxes and signing online. So there's a lot of information and guidance that's in the application or on the Zero Balance Project webpage. So that's always the first place to go if you're not sure what to do. And HousingLink is available to help you. So we encourage everybody to email us because that lets us get you the most accurate information as quickly as possible. Our email is zerobalanceproject@housinglink.org. So we will get back to you very quickly. We can most often get back to you within a day. We do also have some assistance available by phone. You should absolutely call if you want and need help this way. Email is quicker and easier in most cases. So our phone number is 612-200-1614. So first, check the website. Second, email us. And then third, give us a call. We are also available to help you with some of the technical challenges because we know not everybody is comfortable or able to upload things onto an online application. So if that's something that you need, then email us or call us and we will help you with getting the application submitted as well. So I want to emphasize that landlords are critical partners in making sure everybody has a home in our community, and that this program is here in order to make sure that landlords are able to continue providing homes to so many people in our communities. That means it's important that you get paid for rent, and when something like the pandemic happens and people are unable to pay, this program exists to make sure that you can continue to provide homes in the community and that people can continue to stay in their homes. Because we need you to continue to be partners in our community, one thing that you can do and that will make the application go more quickly is to communicate with your renters before you invite them to submit, both to make sure that they're eligible, but also to let them know that you're inviting them to apply. Let them know that they should look for an email from neighborlysoftware.com. That's an invitation, because that email is the way the renters can do their part and complete the application as well. We encourage you to work with your renters to make sure that they have the information they need to submit, because a complete landlord and renter application is going to be reviewed and assisted the fastest. Some landlords have been providing internet access on site for their renters to help make sure they're able to upload all of the parts of their application. Others are inviting community helpers to the building to have them help the renters to complete their applications. Some landlords have also invited or asked on-site program staff to work with renters to help them submit their applications. So everything you can do to work together with your tenants to both complete your application and make sure that they're able to complete their application, that's what's going to be most important and most effective at delivering speedy emergency rental assistance to everybody who needs it. We're really excited that we are able to provide this help to make sure that landlords are able to receive the money that is owed to them under their leasing contracts. And we really want people to apply as soon as possible. There are plenty of funds remaining in this program, but they will sooner or later run out, and we want you to get your applications in now so that you can get the assistance that you and your renters need so everybody comes out of this pandemic whole and able to pay their bill.